Coming up, Flagstaff mourns the death of Pope Francis. Plus, a Flagstaff high tradition for 47 years continues.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Karis Hayward.
And I'm Noah McNeil. Thanks for tuning in. It has been a solemn week for Flagstaff residents of the Catholic denomination due to the passing of Pope Francis.
While Catholic churches are in a period of mourning, NAU students are vocal about their fears and concerns related to the election of a new pope.
Pope Francis was a very interesting individual, and he did a lot of things for the Catholic Church. Some could argue it's good, some could argue it's bad, but regardless, he was a holy person, and I pray that he's walking with the Lord now.
He was someone who did have some good opinions on certain things, like calling for a ceasefire, having generally good and progressive stances on stuff.
What the world needs now, at least Catholic or Christian view, is we need a lot more traditionalism, going back to our roots. We need to stop worrying about what the world deems progressive and more worry about what the Bible says.
We'll have more details on preparations for the Pope's funeral later on in the broadcast.
A Flagstaff resident set a new women's course record at the Boston Marathon this week. Her name, Sharon Loketti. Loketti is the 2025 Women's Boston Marathon champ. That's right, she passed the finish line at 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 22 seconds. That's 19 seconds faster than the runner-up and beats the past record by more than 2.5 minutes. Loketti also won the New York City Marathon in 2022 and finished second in Boston last year.
One man is in custody after a stabbing incident near Sunset Crater on Monday. Deputies say two intoxicated men were blocking traffic on Highway 89 with their truck. When deputies got there, both men took off in a different vehicle. Deputies later found that vehicle stopped with one man inside who had been stabbed, and a second man fled on foot. The suspect was soon arrested and booked in the Coconino County Jail.
For 47 years, Flagstaff High School has celebrated Native culture through its annual powwow. The event brings together students, families, and tribal members from across northern Arizona for a day filled with tradition and community.
This year's celebration continues to honor the past while looking to the future. NAZ Today's Leilani Jose is in the studio with more.
Thank you, Karis. Even after nearly 5 decades, the Native American Club at Flagstaff High School Powwow continues to grow in meaning and impact. It's a way for the community to come together, reconnect, and it's a powerful expression of Indigenous pride and community.
Powwows have sort of evolved as a celebration of Indigenous cultural heritage. So when I'm out here dancing at powwows and dancing at this powwow, it's sort of me celebrating my heritage and getting in touch with my ancestors and dancing for those who can't dance, those who have passed on, those who are just no longer able to dance, and just really revitalizing the traditions.
For dancers like Gabe Anderson, stepping into the arena means stepping into history. The regalia, the rhythm, and the movement all carry deep meaning in honoring those who came before.
One thing that's really important is that this stuff is not closed off. You don't have to feel scared to come out here. We're a very welcoming community. These are public events, and you can just show up, and as long as you're respectful.
Anderson says the powwow is open to everyone. He hopes more people will come, learn, and celebrate together in a spirit of mutual respect. The spirit of inclusion carries over to every part of the event, from the drum circles to the bustling art bazaar.
I think the event is going really smoothly. It's going really nice. The powwow is just filled with a lot of healing and good vibes and happiness and laughter. And then the bazaar side is the same thing, and there's just so much art, and it's coming together tonight and today and this weekend, and it's all been a really meaningful experience, and so I think I'm really enjoying it.
The event blends healing and joy. For many, it's a weekend to remember. The tradition started in 1997 when Flagstaff Native American high school students organized the first powwow. Today, that student-led legacy lives on.
This one is unique because for the city of Flagstaff, it's going on its 46th year. The students here organized the first powwow and put it on. So it has a lot of meaning.
Daryl Marks has been helping guide the next generation of leaders. He says the process of organizing the event teaches students skills in planning, communication, and cultural stewardship.
From honoring ancestors to creating space for youth leadership, the Flagstaff High School Native American Club Powwow is a powerful reflection of Indigenous strength and a look toward the future. Leilani Jose.
Flagstaff will be celebrating a bike-themed First Friday Art Walk on May 2nd. Downtown will be closing its streets for the celebration. There will be 4 hours of fun that include poetry readings from 5 to 6 p.m. and live band music from the band Good Luck Bad Stuff and Bad Delicious from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. The streets will be full of bike-related activities, and the downtown galleries and businesses will be showing local art all evening long. You can come celebrate summer and support local artists. Coachella is one of the largest musical festivals in the country. 144 artists performed over the 2-weekend music festival and arts festival.
NAZ Today's Riley Kickbush joins us in the studio with more.
I attended the annual festival and enjoyed all things fashion, art, and of course, music. What is perhaps the premier music festival, Coachella, wrapped up last weekend. Over 125,000 fans from across the world attended the event to see headlining acts Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone. The Music and Arts Festival celebrated its 25th year in Indio, California, making it one of the longest-running festivals in the country. For those who attend, preparation is the key to success.
You have to do your research and you have to plan it out beforehand, because what people don't know is that it's just crazy. It's really crazy, and you got to make sure your phone is charged. You got to make sure you plan out where you're going, because it is a lot of walking.
Coachella has something for everyone, with genres like indie, EDM, pop, and hip-hop across the 8 main stages. There's continuous music no matter where you go. It's also a place for people to show their fashion sense. Since its beginning in 1999, Coachella has grown into a cultural experience, complete with art installations and a diverse music lineup, making it a memorable event for all. The festival lands right when the temperatures rise in California, and the desert heat is no joke, with temperatures up to 100+ degrees during peak festival hours.
Okay, my biggest tip is to start every day at the Sahara tent, because it's really air conditioned and there's not a lot of people in there, and it's just a good way to start the day.
Coachella is a unique event that fully immerses the crowd in music. The crowd's love for the arts seems to persevere through the heat to make many musical memories. While both weekends of the festival come to an end, many are already preparing for next year for more music and memories out in the desert. Riley Kickbush, NAZ Today.
Dark Skies Week continues in Flagstaff with a stargazing event tomorrow evening. Starting at sunset in Heritage Square, telescopes will be set up to view Mars, Jupiter, and other celestial objects. There will also be laser-guided tours of the night sky. Starlight in the square will take place from 7 to 10 p.m. Tickets will be available at the event.
Fala's advanced acting class presents Frankenstein, the play, showing at the Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy. Performances run from the 24th to the 26th of this month, with showtimes at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 and can be purchased at the door.
It's NAZ Today's first cat in a while, and he's ready for his debut on Pet of the Week. However, he is a little camera shy.
This wide-eyed, beautiful boy is looking for his forever home with a loving family. NAZ Today's Amelia Pyatt joins us in the studio with more.
Thank you, Noah. Coconino Humane Association let us meet Air Fryer, not the appliance, but a cat. Air Fryer's a curious little cat and wants to know more about his surroundings.
Air Fryer is a shy 3-year-old boy, but once he warms up and gets to know you, then he's all purrs and cuddles.
He's a gray domestic short hair, and he probably likes to play a lot. He's a little shy. He looks very nice though. Super clean.
This boy keeps himself very tidy and is ready for anything. He is not neutered. However, it is possible to get him fixed.
If they come in today, then they'll get it done over the weekend. If not, they'll probably hold him off a little longer because we have so many public neuters that come in.
This process is only a day long, and he will be ready to be picked up shortly after his surgery happens.
Then they'll let him relax. They'll put him back in here. You'll see some cards that say they just had surgery. And then whoever wants to adopt him or is going to adopt him can come in and pick him up.
If there is a chance that you want Air Fryer, now is your chance to take action. Word is that these cats get adopted quickly.
The cats go faster than the dogs, so like this whole room has been filled and cleared out probably like 10 times in the last couple months.
I had such a fun time meeting with Air Fryer. He's ready to be adopted at the Coconino Humane Association and is up to date on all of his vaccines. To adopt him, you can call or visit. Please call 928-526-1076. We're going to take a short break, but stay tuned for your Fastcast with Kaylee Doyle.
Coming up, the Vatican prepares for Pope Francis's funeral. Stay with us.
Spring is in full bloom, and we're going to be facing warmer temperatures. Stay tuned.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Is your family in need of more quality time together?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Nature is best enjoyed together. So bring the whole family to discover all the bonding and stress-reducing benefits parks and forests have to offer. Visit discovertheforest.org and trade in phone time for family time.
Birds, squirrels, chipmunks, grass, worms, bugs, trees, rocks, and other objects in nature cannot talk. If you'd like to have a conversation while visiting nature, you will need to bring humans along. We strongly recommend starting with your family.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Pope Francis's body now lies in state at St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican.
The Pope died Monday at the age of 88. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez reports from Rome.
The Pope's singular open wooden casket, reverent in its simplicity, upon the grand altar of St. Peter's Basilica. For hours today, somber hymns and music filled the air, mixed with the quiet steps and hushed final respects from thousands of mourners passing by.
He was the Pope of the people.
Outside, long lines crisscross St. Peter's Square, at one point stretching beyond the walls of Vatican City.
But the line is rather intimidating, so I'm not sure if we'll have a chance to get in today.
The Pope's body will lie in state for public viewing until his funeral Saturday. Many coming to see him were in Rome by chance, on vacation, or a business trip. His popularity propelling them to join the masses in St. Peter's Square.
We are not Christian actually, but I feel in deep, because the Pope is very friendly.
Trying to unify and accepting different religions, races, and genders, and just inclusivity.
Inclusivity. It's what many say they remember most about Pope Francis.
His legacy will be to feed the poor, the outcast, the downtrodden, but also to just be with everyone.
successor in coming weeks. Most mourners hope those values will endure.
We want a pope who will stand for the truth, to unite everyone, poor, rich, black, white, and all sorts of people, even believers and non-believers.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
How prepared is your family if a wildfire shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or an earthquake? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Welcome back. I'm Kaylee Doyle and I'll be your weather forecaster for this evening. Looking at Flagstaff currently, we have a temperature of 63 degrees with clear skies. Those winds are going to be coming in from the southwest at 11 miles per hour. Our current satellite, we don't have a whole lot of cloud coverage through the entire state, but that's going to be leading to some clear skies throughout the next week. Our daily almanac, we have a high of 66 with a low of 31. That's sitting slightly higher than our average of 61 with a low of 30. Our record was set in 2012 with a high of 78 and then 1963 with a low of 14. We haven't had a whole lot of precipitation since January 1st, but we're sitting at 5.33 inches. That sunrise is going to be at 5:44 a.m. and that sunset at 7:06 p.m. All right, our high temperatures today. Spring is in bloom, so we're going to be bringing in those higher temperatures, which I'm excited about. Page is going to be sitting at 80 degrees, Phoenix at 88, Prescott at 77, and then Sedona at a nice 77 degrees. Tonight, our forecast low is going to be 31 degrees with clear skies, and that sunset's getting later and later at 7:06 p.m. Our hourly temperatures are dipping down through the night. At 8 p.m., we're going to be at 51 degrees. Midnight, we're sitting at 44, lowering back down at 4 a.m. with a low of 40 degrees, and then at 8 a.m., coming right back up to 49 degrees. Tomorrow, our forecast high is going to be 65 degrees with sunny skies. That sunrise is going to be at 5:43, and then that sunset is getting a little later at 7:07. Our forecast temperatures, like I said, we're getting into spring, so it's going to be a little bit warmer throughout the next couple days. Prescott's going to be a high of 73 with a low of 43. Lake Havasu is going to be 84 with a low of 67. Winslow with a high of 79 and a low of 41, and Phoenix with a high of 89 and a low of 63. All right, our Flagstaff extended. We're leveling out throughout the next couple days. Thursday is going to be a high of 65 with a low of 34. Friday with a high of 63 and a low of 35. Saturday with a high of 62 and a low of 32. Sunday is dipping back down with a high of 55 and a low of 27. And then Monday we're coming back up with a high of 60 and a low of 32. All right, that's all I have for you today. Stay tuned after the break with your sports with Michaela Ayton.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes off the bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back. My name is Michaela Ayton, and I'll be your sports reporter for the night. It was more than just football last Thursday at the Sky Dome. The NAU football team teamed up with Special Olympics Arizona to host over 50 kids for its second annual Victory Day, bringing smiles, support, and a whole lot of heart. Additionally, NAU football hosted its spring showcase at the Walk-Up Sky Dome. The spring showcase featured 2 20-minute halves of football gameplay, marking the conclusion of the team's spring practices. No score was kept, but head coach Brian Wright says it was about the growth and effort setting the tone for summer training.
And really in the summer, with all the guys back here together, you really build your team and you grow closer to one another and a lot of the leadership forms, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Admission was free and attendees enjoyed activities like a punt, pass, and kick competition or the 40-yard dash.
And really let our guys go out there in front of our fans and some of the student body and so forth and showcase all that hard work. So I was impressed with some individual plays, so that was good to see.
NAU football will open its season Saturday, August 30th at Arizona State University. Coconino High School's beach volleyball team earned a hard-fought 3-2 win over Benjamin Franklin, advancing to the Division II state tournament. With both teams tied after 4 matches, the final Coconino pair delivered a composed performance, winning 21-16 and 21-19 to secure the team's overall victory. Additionally, Flagstaff High School's baseball team defeated Coconino 10-7 in their first crosstown matchup of the season. Flagstaff established an early lead, scoring 3 runs in the 3rd inning to take the lead 4-2, and maintained their advantage throughout the game. That's all the sports I have for you tonight. Stay tuned for your weather recap with Kaylee Doyle after the break.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Looking at Flagstaff Extended, we're going to steady out through these next couple days. Thursday's sitting at 65 with a low of 34. Friday's around the same with a high of 63 and a low of 35. Saturday, 62 with a low of 32. Sunday's dipping a little down with a high of 55 and a low of 27. And then we're coming right back up on Monday with a high of 60 and a low of 32. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Thanks, Michaela, for that weather update. I personally have never been to Coachella, and I've been wanting to for the last few years, and this lineup looked almost perfect, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it, even though this was probably my dream headliner. What about you, Michaela?
I would love to see SZA headline with her amazing visuals.
Yeah, for sure. Anyone else?
Ooh. Kendrick.
Good choices, good choices.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now that's all we have for you tonight. Stay tuned next week for our senior show where we'll be honoring some people that have been on your screens for quite a few years now. It's going to be a hard goodbye for all of us. Have a good night.